Come to a comfortable seat on your mat. Your legs can be extended long or maybe crisscross. Allow the crown of your head to lift towards the ceiling and your sitting bones to be anchored towards the earth. Just take a few deep breaths. Tuning in to the present moment. Good morning, maybe good afternoon. And then we'll move into our three-part breath, Dirga Swasam. So bringing left hand over the heart and right hand over the belly. With your next inhale, first fill the bottom part of the lungs, then the middle all the way up to the top, and then exhale from top to bottom. As you breathe, relax your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Eyes closed. Again on the inhale, filling the lungs from bottom to top. And the hands are just a reminder, that physical reminder of the in and out breath. The exhale is from top to bottom. And a few breaths just like this. Inhale and exhale. And after that exhale, hands return to the lap. Create an intention for your practice, always joyful and uplifting, repeating that intention with every inhale and exhale. Being anchored in the present moment. Inhale, bring shoulders all the way up to the earlobes. And on the exhale, let the shoulders roll back and down. Open the mouth, sigh, let it go. Again, inhale, squeeze shoulders to the earlobes. Exhale, let it go. One more time, inhale, shoulders up to the earlobes. On the exhale, shoulder blades squeeze together behind you. Fall toward the earth as you exhale. And then from here, for our neck stretches, bring right ear over right shoulder. And let chin be heavy toward the chest. And then left ear over left shoulder. And chin to chest. Right ear over right shoulder. You can bring the left hand on the mat next to the hip. That creates a little length, extra length there. Maybe bring the hand on top of the head or nod forward and back. Modify these postures, make them ideal for your body. And then chin to chest and left ear over left shoulder. Then you might place a hand or nod forward and back. And then chin to chest, right ear over right shoulder. And finally, chin to chest, left ear over left shoulder. And bring the crown of the head towards the ceiling. Gently flutter the eyes to open. And come all the way onto hands and knees for your tabletop. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Making sure the feet aren't splayed inward or outward. Wide fingers here. And then with your next inhale, crown of the head and tailbone lift towards the ceiling. Belly relaxes towards the earth. And then on the exhale, lead with the tailbone as you arch the back, chin to chest. Inhale, coming back into your cow. Exhale into your cat. And you might wag the tail or sink hips to heels, finding those organic movements. Inhale, crown of the head and tailbone towards the ceiling. Exhale, ground through the palms, space between the shoulder blades. Inhale. Exhale. Moving at the pace of your breath. You can always pause this video and add more. And then sink hips to heels for child's pose. Forehead relaxes towards the floor. Knees can be together or the width of the mat. You might rock the forehead back and forth. Come back up into that tabletop. Extend the right foot behind you. Follow the foot on the mat and rock forward and back. Release that calf. And then lifting right leg parallel to the floor. Step right hand in about a handprint and then lift left leg. Inhale, and on the exhale, elbow to knee, chin to chest. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, elbow to knee, chin to chest. Arch the back. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow to knee, chin to chest. Squeeze. Inhale, lengthen. Another exhale, elbow to knee, chin to chest. And then inhale. Send the right leg back, left hand comes to the mat, and cross that right leg over to the left as you gaze out over that left hip. You'll feel that hip stretch, that IT band. On the inhale, come forward, and on the exhale, gaze out towards that heel, or you can stay stationary. Inhale, bring that right knee back to the mat. A round of cat-cow here. Exhaling to arch the back. And then once you come to a neutral spine, extend the left leg back, come onto the ball of the foot and rock forward and back. And now that left hand steps in about a hand for balance as you lift left leg and right arm parallel to the floor. Inhale, exhale, elbow to knee, chin to chest. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow to knee, chin to chest, arch the back. Inhale, reach through that left heel and that right hand. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow to knee, chin to chest. Inhale, extend. And then right hand comes back to the mat. Now cross that left foot over to the right side as you gaze out over the right shoulder, beyond the right hip towards that left heel. And exhale. And then bringing that left knee back to the mat, a round of cat-cow. Once again, that Beetleasana. Let it go. And then sink hips to heels. Child's pose. Shoulders relax. You might rock the head back and forth once again. Massage that third eye space. And extend the arms overhead. Come onto the fingertips. Walk the hands over to the left. Place right hand on top of left hand. As you anchor through that right hip, you'll feel that stretch on the right side of the body. Forehead is heavy. It might rest on that upper arm or towards the floor. You can also bring a block in here or anything you have as a prop to rest the forehead on. And then walking over to the right, bring left hand on top of right hand. Anchor through that left hip. And then walking the hands back towards center, plant the palms a little more than shoulder width apart, space between the fingers. As you flip the toes, lift the hips towards the ceiling. Your first Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. So bend the knees, come up onto the toes. It's been a couple days since I found my yoga practice, so this feels good today, for sure. Really ground through the palms, gripping with the pads of the fingers so the palms become almost like suction cups. It'll help you from slipping on your mat. Deep breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Heels relax towards the earth, and then gaze between the hands. With your next inhale, travel to the top of the mat in Uttanasana, forward fold. Feet no more than hip width apart. Nod the head yes and shake the head no. Keep the knees bent a little bit or a lot. If your hamstrings are tight, keep them bent a little bit more. You might grab opposite elbows and sway the hips. And coming back towards center, inhale, come halfway up. Keep a flat back here if you have unmedicated high blood pressure, eye pressure issues. And then folding forward, we'll inhale and roll up like a rag doll, coming all the way to stand. And bring palms together in front of the heart. Now we're in our mountain pose, Tadasana. Lift the toes and rock forward and back, left and right. Feel equally grounded through the soles of the feet. Keep a micro bend in the knees, and the crown of the head lifts towards the ceiling. The feet can be toes together, heels slightly apart, or maybe the heels beneath the hip points. Anything in between. Inhale, arms alongside the body and all the way overhead. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, hands beside the feet, and send the left foot back. Lower left knee to the mat for a low lunge. And on your inhale, torso rises and arms come alongside the ears. Right knee over right ankle. The shoulders relax. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, plant the hands. Right foot back to meet the left, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward to plank. On the exhale, lower knees, chest and chin, elbows stay close. On the inhale, glide forward, lower the body, lift head, neck, and shoulders, baby cobra. Exhale, flip the toes, lift the hips, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Deep breath. Inhale, gaze between the hands. On the exhale, left foot steps forward, right foot stays back for that low lunge, Anjaneyasana on this side. Breathe deep, let the shoulders roll back. Another inhale, and on the exhale, plant the hands. And now right foot comes up to meet the left, top of the mat, Uttanasana. Inhale, arms alongside the body with a long spine, rise, palms meet overhead, and on the exhale, palms rest at heart center. Inhale, arms alongside the body and overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, hands beside the feet, left foot back for a high lunge. You can keep that left knee down if you prefer this time, but inhale, open the heart, and on the exhale, send right foot back to meet the left, down dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga if you're ready. Inhale, baby cobra or upward facing dog. No weight in the hands in that baby cobra. On the exhale, flip the toes, lift the hips. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Heels relax towards the earth. Inhale, gaze between the hands, right foot forward. Again, this is a high lunge, but you can lower that left knee and then step back foot to meet the front foot. Inhale, rise. Exhale, palms meet in front of the heart. Samastitahi, equal standing. Palms open to the front of the room. Inhale, arms alongside the body and overhead. Exhale, fold back to Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, hands beside the feet. Send the left foot back for warrior one. It's about 2 to 3 feet. Left toes face maybe 10 or 11 o'clock as right knee bends over right ankle. Torso rises and arms come alongside the ears. Let the shoulders roll back. You ground through the outside of that left foot. Left thigh spins inward. With your next exhale, hinge forward, tracing this upside down rainbow. And then on the inhale, rising once again to that warrior one. So taking your time, follow your breath. On the exhale, hinge, belly kisses that thigh, and then the hands extend towards the floor and all the way behind you. Inhale, rise, legs are stationary, just the upper body is moving. Back to warrior one, Virabhadrasana one. Exhale, hinge. Again, when belly kisses that thigh, trace an upside down rainbow with the hands, and then just gently rest the hands on the lower back. You can grab opposite elbows, wrists, maybe reverse prayer, and breathe. With the next exhale, plant the hands, bring right foot back to meet the left, downward facing dog. You can just take 3 breaths here or find that vinyasa. You can inhale forward to plank. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra or up dog. Exhale, flip the toes, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, gaze between the hands. Left foot steps forward, right foot stays back. Rise for warrior one on this side. Left knee bends over left ankle, grounding through the outside of that right foot. Inhale, reach through the fingertips, and on the exhale, we'll hinge at the hips. Once again, the arms trace that upside down rainbow as the belly kisses the thigh, and then inhale to rise. Your breath is your guide, so you might be at a different pace than me here. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, rise. On the exhale, reach through the crown of the head and the fingertips. And then when the belly touches the thigh, the fingertips trace that upside down rainbow, and eventually hands rest on the lower back, maybe grabbing wrists, reverse prayer, and breathe. That right thigh is spinning inward, protecting that knee, keeping that right hip moving forward. Next exhale, bring hands to the mat. Both feet back, downward facing dog. Again for that vinyasa, or 3 deep breaths in your downward facing dog, your choice. You can move through chaturanga and upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. We'll all meet in downward facing dog. Here's relaxed towards the floor. Inhale, gaze between the hands. Exhale, left foot steps forward for our warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. So left heel lines up with right arch. That right foot is parallel to the outside edge of your mat. As that left knee bends over left ankle, make sure that knee is moving towards your booty. Arms parallel to the floor. Inhale, flip that left palm, reverse warrior. Keep that left knee bent as left fingertips reach towards the ceiling. Right hand rests behind that right leg or on the lower back. Inhale, back to Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, straighten that left knee, move to Trikonasana triangle. With every exhale, reach beyond that left foot. Eventually, no more reach, so the left hand comes on the inside of the left leg, right fingertips towards the ceiling. Gaze can be towards that right hand, the horizon, or the floor. And wrap that right hand behind the lower back, once again reaching for that left hip. Breathe. Imagine you're up against a wall, so the booty, the shoulders, and the back connected to that wall. With the next inhale, rise. Exhale, bend that left knee, warrior 2. Deep breath in, and on the exhale, windmill the hands all the way down, left foot back to meet the right hand, facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lower down your way. Elbows stay close if you're in baby cobra. And the exhale, flip the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze between the hands. Exhale, this time right foot steps forward. The right toes face the top edge of your mat. The outside of the left foot parallel to the back of your mat. Line up right heels with left arch. Right knee bends over right ankle. Arms parallel to the floor. Energy moving through the fingertips. Long spine. Crown of the head reaching towards the sky, creating length in the spine. Inhale, flip that right palm, reverse warrior on this side. Keep the right knee bent. Breathe. Inhale, back to warrior 2, and on the exhale, we'll straighten that right knee for triangle on this side. With every exhale, extend over that right leg. Inhale, pause, exhale, lengthen, and eventually right hand on the inside of the right leg, left fingertips towards the ceiling. Gaze wherever your neck is comfortable. Grounding through that toe mound of the right foot. Inhale, reach through those left fingertips. Exhale, let it go, and with the next breath in, we'll rise back to Virabhadrasana 2. Gaze out over that right middle finger, and then exhale, windmill the hands all the way down, right foot back to meet the left, downward dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Again, you can pause in that downward facing dog or move through your vinyasa. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, right heel towards the ceiling, stack right hip over left hip, find ankle circles here. And then extend the heel back towards the ceiling. We'll move towards pigeon here as you bend that right knee, gaze behind right wrist, and place that knee behind the wrist. Make sure that left leg is lined up directly behind you on the top of the foot, and then the right ankle is flexed, protecting that ankle. You can stay with the torso upright, or with the next exhale, bring the crown of the head, forehead towards the floor, hand over hand, fist over fist, maybe on the forearms. Find your breath. Shoulders relaxed towards the floor. Measure both hip points, kind of both pointing towards the earth, not lifting inside of you. Rise, crown of the head lifts towards the ceiling, palms. Flip those left toes, extend the right heel towards the ceiling, lower that right foot to the mat down. heel towards the ceiling. We'll bend that knee, stack that hip over the other one. Left heel towards the ceiling. Inhale, and on the exhale, we'll bend that knee, place left knee behind left wrist, preparing for pigeon. Top of the right foot on the mat. Make sure that foot's directly behind you, that whole leg. And then with your next exhale, you can come on the forearms. Again, this time making sure that left ankle is flexed, protecting that ankle that's beneath you. And it doesn't matter if the shin is parallel to the top of the mat. Protecting the knee here. You can also do this on your back if your knees are bad. Come onto your back and cross that left ankle over right thigh. Deep breaths. That left hip is lifting. There's a block or a rolled blanket beneath it. Release that. Inhale, the palms back to the mat. Flip those right toes, extend the left heel towards the ceiling, find length. Slowly lower that back foot to the mat again. Inhale, shift forward to plank. Exhale, vinyasa. Release chest and cheek. Or chaturanga. Inhaling to baby cobra or urdhva twist. Exhale, land. Travel to the top of the mat, exhale, fold, and with the next breath in, rise, arms alongside the body and overhead, exhale, palms rest, heart center, readjust, come back to your intention. And we'll come into our balance here, our tree, so coming to the center of your mat, or maybe off of your mat, round through that right foot, come onto the ball of the left foot. And here you're like a kickstand, with the heel resting on the ankle, or you might lift a calf or inner thigh. Avoid that knee. Find your drishti, your gazing point. Start to lose my balance here just a little bit. So that gazing point helps you to keep your balance. There's this rebound effect of the foot into the hands, the foot into the leg, and the leg back into the foot, creating stability here. Arms can come overhead, they might stay at heart center, or hands on the hips is really good to help with your balance. Breathe deep. Relax your tongue from the roof of your mouth. The gaze is soft. With a micro bend in that standing leg, which you're not locking with that. So the belly gently hugs the spine. You're not really sucking it in. You're still breathing. Strength from the core here, and then to release, extend right leg to the floor, and then like empty coat sleeves, kind of rock back and forth, lifting opposite heel. For the other side, bring all the weight into the left foot, bend the right knee, come onto the ball of the foot, and turn that knee out. Again, the foot can be a kickstand, rest on the calf, or maybe the sole of that foot comes all the way into that left thigh, that rebound effect. Once again, avoid the knee. Find that drishti, that gazing point. Breathe. Trees moving. You might sway a little bit, but you're definitely strengthening the standing leg here. That ankle. Aid lower back pain, that sciatica. You open the lower back here. Make sure that bent knee is tracking towards your lower back. Turn the corners of your mouth up and smile as you breathe. You can hold this for as long as you want. And with the hands on the hips when you're ready to come out. Bring that right knee out in front. Extend that heel towards the front of the room. Lower the leg and then sway once again. Elbow. Traveling back to the top of the mat, we'll come back into our mountain pose for a breath or two. Palms together in front of the heart. Inhale, arms alongside the body and overhead. Exhale, hinge, fold, deep, awesome. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, bend knees, hands beside the feet. Send both feet back to plank. We'll move into side all the way down into our mat. So either bringing right knee to the mat under right foot and the foot turns out like a kickstand. Inside of the left foot rests on the mat. Or come to the outside of the right foot, stack left foot on right foot. So full plank here. Stacking shoulders, lifting bottom hip into top hip. You might even lift the top foot, whether the bottom knee is on the mat or not. Inhale, and with the exhale, we'll bring that left hand back to the mat. Knees to the mat, hips to heels, child's pose. This is where if we were together, a gentle lower back press or shoulder massage, giving a little bit of love, pretend it's happening. Missing all of our friends around this day. Soon enough. Breath in and out. Your next inhale, shift back forward into plank. And for the opposite side, the left knee towards the mat. Left foot coming out as a kickstand. We'll do it this way here. Again, you can have both legs extended long. Reach into the right fingertips. Next exhale, right hand comes to the mat. Back into plank and then knees to the mat. Hips to heels, child's pose once again. Wide knees here as forehead relaxes towards the floor. Back to your intention. Inhale, walk the hands towards the knees, torso rises, crown of the head lifts towards the ceiling, and we'll come to our seat, moving towards cobbler pose. So sitting bones equally grounded, bend the knees, bring soles of the feet together, and it doesn't matter how close the feet are to your pelvis, as long as you can sit upright. Place the thumbs on the balls of the feet, the other four fingers on the outside of the feet, opening the feet like a book, encouraging the hips to open. Take an inhale. And on your exhale, reach the heart for the front of the room. Inhale and pause. Exhale, reach. Every exhale, diving forward, and then eventually you've met your edge. Bow the head, round the upper back. Hands can stay on the feet. They might extend towards the top of the mat. Your favorite expression of this posture. Softness in the hips. Butterflying the knees a little bit helps to relax the back. That next inhale, walk fingertips back towards the feet, rise. Exhale with hands on the outside of the knees, close the lap like a book. And for our Ardha Matsyendrasana, cross, right foot over that left thigh. Left foot is flexed. Grasping that right knee with the left hand or wrapping the inside of the left elbow around. Inhale, right arm alongside right ear, and on the exhale, twist to the right, gaze up over that right shoulder. So there's an option here also to keep that left leg bent, step straight, following your practice. Every inhale, you might come out a little bit, and then exhale, gaze out over that shoulder. And next inhale, lift that right arm all the way over to the opposite side for a kiss. Palms, inhale back towards center, and we'll switch. Extend right leg long, bend that left knee. Bring left foot over the right thigh. Again, grasping that left knee with right hand or wrap it inside of the right elbow. Around that knee, inhale, left arm alongside left knee, and exhale, twist to the left. Using that left knee. behind that left foot, but no weight in that foot behind. Again, the right knee will be bending. That right heel moving toward that left hip. As long as the sitting bones are grounded deeply, and there's no slouching. Breathe. Inhale for a counter twist all the way over to the right. Sometimes you get a little bonus self-adjustment here in the spine. And then coming back upright, Pashinottanasana. The feet are flexed, ball the feet, push away kind of like we're pushing on the gas pedal. Inhale, arms alongside the ears, and then on the exhale, we reach forward beyond the feet. Knees can be bent here a little bit or a lot as you exhale. And then eventually, when you've met the edge here, round the upper back, bow forehead towards the knees. Wherever you grasp with ease. A strap around the balls of the feet can be helpful here. Let it go. Arms alongside the ears and rise. Exhale, hands lower, and we'll come onto our backs and make sure there's enough room behind you. Maybe taking out your ponytail will be here for the remainder of our practice. And then heels walk just close enough to the booty, lined up with those hip points, but you can barely brush the heels with your middle finger. See how the knees line up over the ankles when you do that. Moving towards Setu Bandhasana Bridge. On the inhale, ground through feet and the backs of the arms, backs of the shoulders. Exhale, lift the hips. You might find the hands beneath you. Inhale to ground. Exhale to lift. Imagine a string is pulling the belly button towards the sky. Inhale to ground. Exhale to lift the hips. The back of the head is grounded, not the back of the neck. The next exhale, slowly roll down, one vertebrae at a time. Pause here, just observe. Do that again. So bringing hands down alongside your hips. Inhale, ground through the soles of the feet. Ground through the backs of the arms. Imagine the knees are tracking toward one another like you're squeezing a block without the knees playing outward. On the exhale, you lift the hips towards the ceiling. You can also place a block beneath the lower back here for a more restorative version of this bridge. Inhale to ground, exhale to lift. One more breath in. And exhale, lower all the way down. And pause here. Resist any urge to immediately draw the knees into the chest. And then we'll do just that. Trace circles on the ceiling with the knees as you draw them into the chest, and then in the opposite direction. And then we'll cross right foot or right knee over left knee here, almost like our eagle legs as we come into a gentle twist for a breath or two. Arms come out in a T. As legs move over to the left, gaze out over the right. If it's too much crossing right leg over left, you can just stack the knees like in a fetal posture. And inhale back to center. We'll switch the legs crossing left over right, or again, maybe you just stack the knees as the knees relax to the right and you gaze out over the left. Left knee and right towards the ceiling. Gaze towards the ceiling. Head the hips close. And then from here, we'll move into our inversion, starting with legs up the wall or with the Ida Karani. And you can do it right from your mat. If you're near a wall, feel free to scooch up against that wall. You might place a block beneath your sacrum. 6-10 soles of the feet towards the ceiling. Cross of the ankles or open the legs wide. Shoulder stand is in your practice and you don't have that unmitigated high blood pressure or eye pressure issues, you can move into shoulder stand as you bend knees over the forehead, hands come to the lower back. Elbows walk close together, hands walk closer to the shoulder blades, and then eventually soles of the feet extend towards the ceiling. The ultimate goal is ankles over hips over shoulders. I'm not quite there yet, but it's a journey. You can move through plow, lowering one foot and then the other, or move on both. We generally hold these inversions for 3 to 5 minutes. So finding that posture where you can breathe, find peace. You can always pause here if you'd like to hold for longer. Big toe into the whole system back into the core. Reducing anxiety here and staying calm. Iyengar said yoga is a light, which once lit will never dim. The better your practice, the brighter your flame. That light shine. The shoulders are heavy. Enjoy the stillness. More breaths here. When you're ready, bending the knees, bring soles of the feet to the floor. Nice and clear. Top of the belly, feel the breath. Our posture from inversion. Could be our fish pose, so extend the legs long. The breath here is clear. And then coming up onto the elbows, bring feet close together, flex the feet, hands towards the thighs, elbows towards the hips as we arch the back from Matsuyasana. Really grounding through the sitting bones. Inhale, exhale, kind of the head relaxes close to the floor, the heart open towards the sky. You also have a block between the shoulder blades. With your next inhale, use the muscles of the neck to lift the head gaze towards the feet. Having the knees into the chest. Surface and sink. Left. And for our twist, keep right knee into the chest as the left hand guides right hand all the way across. The right arm comes out and the knee pop up and release out. Use the right hand to guide left hand all the way over. Left hand to guide even release out. move into happy baby. As we grasp big toes with peace finger, go the outside or edges of the knees bend towards the armpits, the soles of the feet towards the ceiling, and rock back. Before we move into our favorite shape, shape of the star. Together feel really tense, and then bring eyebrows towards the forehead, towards the palms, and now stick out your tongue. Twist with your hands, tense the muscles of the arms, squeeze the toes together, tense the muscles of the legs, lift everything back. Nestled behind the safety of the rock. In the distance, you hear the waves crashing. And the waves of the sun pass through the water and the waves. Imagine your breath is light waves. It's coming and going together. As thoughts into your mind, imagine is like a big light. Arms overhead, full body stretch.